Clash at the Castle 2022. Where do I begin? How's it going, guys? My name is Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about my trip to WWE's Clash at the Castle, straight out of the Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales. So it all began, I'd say, this time last year. A lot of rumours going around that WWE is going to be holding a pay-per-view in England somewhere. It was heavily rumoured to be the Wembley Stadium, which is actually the last place they held a WWE pay-per-view, which was SummerSlam 92, I believe. WWE held like a little sort of event at Wembley in February. I can't remember what they named it, but I was there. You had people like Andy Shepherd, who was the ring announcer for NXT UK. They had the Street Profits, Mustache Mountain, Zaya Brookside. I ended up going in the evening. I got to see the Street Profits and Bianca Belair. They're doing a few interviews, so I didn't really get to take any pictures with them. Got to do a really cool little entrance with my re-levered at the time WWE Network logo replica, and I had Andy Shepherd and I think it was Tony Law there commentating on the entrance, and other people were doing entrances. It was pretty cool. Hopefully I'll have that video right here. So yeah, I had a little event, sort of like a promotional event, but I hadn't actually announced anything. I want to say it was a few months later that they announced that they was going to have Clash at the Castle at the Principality Stadium. I was already hyped because I already knew the Principality Stadium. I'd been inside the Principality Stadium before. But yeah, I was hyped, and I had to make sure I got tickets. Ended up booking 2 tickets, one for me, one for my partner. We went together. So yeah, that was around, I'd say, summertime, and then September came and it was the day of the event. For those of you who don't know, I live in East London. So East London to Cardiff, Wales is a bit of a journey. It's about 3.5 hours. Yeah, so we drove down there, got up early. I think we got up around 7, left at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Got there around 11 because I wanted plenty of time to explore everything, and there was good reason for that. As soon as we hit Cardiff, I can only imagine this is what like WrestleMania weekend feels like. There was people dressed up, you know. I saw Mankind straight away, and not even near Principality Stadium yet. I'm already seeing people dressed as Mankind and The Undertaker. Personally, I went dressed as the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Again, we'll have a few pictures, probably, hopefully here. So yeah, as soon as we got in, managed to find a parking space. First time, was absolutely stoked. Got out, and the first place I wanted to see was the merchandise store in the mall. I was thinking, oh, it's got to be loads of merch there. Queued for an hour. The line was ridiculous. Yes, queued, got in, and it was all Cardiff merch. I was thinking it was going to be Riddle t-shirts, Orton t-shirts, Seth t-shirts, nothing. Literally just everything Cardiff. I was like, wow, what a waste of time. So we ended up leaving there, walking through the town centre. Got some food first, because, you know, long drive. And then I knew that there was the Roman Drew sort of really cool graffiti spray paint mural. I'm sure like everyone else who went there knew about it and probably got loads of pictures. Mine here. Yeah, that was really cool. I knew beforehand I really wanted to get a picture there. Obviously standing there in front as the Tribal Chief. Yeah, so got a few pictures there. Then we wanted to go to the Undertaker experience. Oh man, I was so let down. The line again was so ridiculous. I think we was queuing for about an hour before we gave up. We'd only moved like, I don't know, like the line literally went down, round, down, back round, across, and we'd only moved like round one set of lines, so we just gave up in the end. My back was killing me. I thought I was really gutted though, because I was like, oh man, I think in the experience you got to see different kind of Undertaker memorabilia, and I knew they had the Undertaker sort of throne, and I thought, oh man, dressed as Roman Reigns sitting on the Undertaker throne, that would be such a sick like picture to take, you know, sort of Roman just like sitting back on Undertaker's throne. Didn't get to take a picture. Maybe should have got there a bit earlier. So we queued for an hour, left. Before, you know what, we're just gonna go straight to the stadium, you know, probably a long line, just get seated and stuff. For everyone else who went there, I was C3, so I was sort of, if I'm looking straight at the ring, the entranceway was sort of to my right. but it was on the floor, so it was decent seats. Bit expensive, but they were decent seats. I'm really gutted because I was considering getting like the ring entrance seats, like the aisle seats, right, literally front row, and it was a little bit more expensive and I opted not to, and I wish I had them now, but hey, we learn things. So yeah, got seated and it was about an hour and a half wait, and had DJ playing music and stuff, and I mean the set was amazing. Got a few pictures again, more inside pictures here. And then there was a kickoff match, but I generally can't remember it. I think it was Gable and Otis and Madcap Moss, and I'm not sure who else. But yeah, it wasn't really a noteworthy match. It was just something to sort of waste a bit of time, I think. But yeah, so the first match. Also, I'm just going to apologise in advance because I've actually got my notes down there of the evening. Because yeah, so the first match was, that I can remember anyway, was noteworthy tonight, was Sheamus versus Gunther. Now, I completely understand why this was, I think, came second in voting for match of the year behind Cody and Seth at Hell in a Cell. Oh man, what a match. I haven't actually watched the full pay-per-view on the network yet, but in person it was just electric. I mean, those two went at it. Two absolute like stiff wrestlers. Like, they ain't shy. I mean, Sheamus was giving the beats of the Belgian and it was just clubbing his chest to pieces. And I mean, they told an amazing story. They entertained the fans, you know, a few pops here and there. Gutted Sheamus didn't get the win. But I mean, he got the standing ovation he earned at the end. Again, I don't know if they showed that on the network, but he got a standing ovation from literally everyone in the stadium. Everyone was on their feet clapping him, giving him the respect he deserves, because he deserved it on that night. And yeah, Guy didn't win, but it was very nice seeing he got the respect he deserved, because I've met Sheamus before. I met him before he lost the World Heavyweight title to Big Show in 2012, which I'll be making a series of. I don't know if that's going to come before this video, the first episode, or after this video, so I don't know. But yeah, he was so nice, he gave me some good advice. He actually referred me to... who did he refer me to? It was Brookside School, and I think it was down south. But I mean, obviously now he's in NXT. I don't know if he's still in NXT training, but yeah, he referred me to him, and now he's at WWE, so I guess I missed my chance on some expert veteran training. But yeah, that was an amazing match, and again, that was definitely a 5-star match. The next match, oh man, Edge and Ray versus Judgment Day. Oh man, this was an emotional moment for me, and my partner was sitting right next to me, and she completely understood. When Edge's music hit, I'm gonna try and put a video clip on top of this so you can see how crazy I went.
Here comes Edge.
You think you
When Edge's music hit, oh man, I got emotional. I was tearing up. I was like, oh man, because 2011 when he retired, I never saw him coming back. I thought, oh yep, that's it. And again, I got to meet him in 2012 as well. Same year I met Sheamus when he was recording for Haven. He was acting for Haven at the time. This is just after he retired. This is when he was short hair Edge. Again, try and put the picture in here. But yeah, I got emotional because I never thought I'd ever see him again. And I thought, oh yeah, I'm never going to see him live. I'm never going to hear his music live. Never going to see him wrestle. And I got to see him wrestle. And it was just amazing. I was screaming. Everyone was singing this song. And it's on YouTube. It's on the network. But honestly, the whole stadium was singing this song. And to experience that as well as the emotion of actually getting to see him again. Like, well, see him live. Oh, it's a memory I'll never forget. Literally, when I'm 80 years old, I will remember that moment. It's forever engraved in my mind. and honestly I wish I could go back and relive it because it was that electric and just that amazing. The match was pretty sick. Again, it was also really cool to see Rey Mysterio. Obviously I grew up watching wrestling from like 2005 onwards, so like watching Rey on SmackDown, watching him win the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 22. He was also a big part of my childhood. Seeing him wrestle with Edge was sick. And obviously Finn, I love Finn. Seeing him wrestle was pretty sick. But yeah, that was a really good match. Seth Rollins versus Riddle. I love Seth Rollins. I think people think he's so overrated. They've now made him become underrated, if that makes sense. I think his dedication to not only the company, but like his in-ring skills, his promo work. I think he's one of the best wrestlers there, especially for the year he's had. I think he's had one of the worst wrestling years in history. He's lost pretty much all year round. But as soon as his music hit, from there to the end of the match, everyone was singing his song. The choir was going, everyone was, oh. And literally, it was just amazing because on the big screen above us watching the match as well, like obviously looking forward as well, you can see Seth, and like I can tell he appreciated the fans and he appreciated everyone in attendance singing that song, and he must have thought that was pretty cool. So that was a pretty sick moment. Seth is one of my favourites, and to be able to do that and experience that and hear his music live as well and watch him wrestle, him and Riddle put on a hell of a match. And yeah, that was a sick match. I think the whole pay-per-view show in this was good from start to finish, which is good. And then the last memorable match I can think of is Drew versus Roman. Oh man, I told my partner before we'd gone, like days before we was about to head out, I said if Broken Dreams hits in any form or fashion, I am going to pop, and it did. Little gutted he didn't walk to the ring to Broken Dreams, but to hear that playing in the arena live and hear the fans go nuts for it, I'll take it. It was amazing. Again, I recorded that. And just to see Drew have his moment in front of like the UK crowd, because I was sort of gutted for him when he won the WWE Championship and he sort of didn't get that reception. Yeah, so gutted, but he got his moment. It was rumoured that when Austin Theory was going to cash in, he was going to cash in on the WWE Championship, and Drew was actually going to pin Theory, protecting Roman, keeping his Universal title but separating the two belts. I think that would have been the best way of doing this. But now you've got Roman with both belts, but you're also trying to protect him, but no money in the bank. I don't know how that's going to work, especially with WrestleMania coming up, but I'm intrigued to see how that's going to play out. But yeah, them two put on a sick match. Oh, the chants towards Roman. I can't even remember what was being chanted. It was expletives, left, right and centre. The whole stadium was cussing him out. I might have some clips of it, hopefully here. But yeah, it was... The UK crowd is just next level. I don't care what the American fans say. Us European fans or the UK crowd, you guys aren't even on our level. Not even on the level below us. Okay, we're always next level. And I've seen so many dead crowds in America. It's just so sad. But us British fans, us European fans, hell, even like the Italians, Spanish, whatever. The European fans are next level. Fight me on it. But yeah, Roman was getting cussed out the whole match. Again, there was good spots during the match. You know, a couple of Superman punches. Roman kicked out, I believe, of a Claymore kick. Drew kicked out of a couple of Superman punches and a couple of spears. Again, I was so gutted that Drew didn't get his moment. because I think that, like I said, that ending would have been perfect. Drew would have got his moment, the crowd would have gone wild, and yeah, he would have had the belt separated and Drew would have had his moment that he deserved, what was it, 2 years ago? But yeah, I mean, it was an amazing night. The whole card from start to finish was really good. And yeah, it was honestly one of the best nights of my life. Trying to get out of the arena afterwards was hell. I was gutted I didn't get one of those like collectible chairs. I mean, if anyone wants to sell me one, hit me up in the comments. I'll definitely love to get a chair to remember the night by. I was considering asking a fan on the way out if I could buy his chair off of him, or off anyone, to be honest, but I just didn't. It was a big regret of mine. Again, the crowd trying to get out. We literally stormed it out. There was thousands of people everywhere. Me and my partner darting through people, just trying to get to the car quickly so we can get out. Traffic on the way home was horrendous. I think we ended up getting up, I want to say it was close to midnight we got out. We were stuck in traffic for ages, and then I was so tired on the way home, we had to stop halfway home and sleep for a few hours before I felt fit enough to drive home. So we slept, I think I got about an hour and a half, 2 hours home, and then I was just too unfit to drive. So we pulled up in like a little park and ride or whatever, slept for a few hours and got home, and we was exhausted. But yeah, I've only ever been to 2 sort of WWE events, the other being the United Kingdom Championship Tournament, which is a whole nother video. Yeah, I don't even know where to start on that one, but that's a whole nother video. So yeah, that was my trip to Clash at the Castle. It was amazing, one of the best nights of my life, and honestly I'm never gonna forget it. It was amazing. And I really, even bigger news off the back of that, WWE has announced that Money in the Bank is going to be held at the O2 Arena. Wow. Hopefully I'll be going to that, but I think the O2 Arena is like a 20,000 capacity. It's in London. I'm in London. I think it's like 25 minutes on the train from me. Would love to see Money in the Bank live. I think they made the mistake not putting the Money in the Bank ladder matches back on WrestleMania. I think having it as its own pay-per-view is a little bit silly. I'm more for bringing back the Armageddons, the Vengeance Days, the Great American Bash, you know, the old pay-per-views. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get tickets to that. The ridiculous packages have been released, like the $4,000 packages. Not interested in that. I just want a ticket. I just want to be there sitting down. I don't need to meet superstars before. I just want to watch the pay-per-view live. But yeah, hope you guys liked this little video on Clash of the Castle on my trip. If you guys was there, let me know down below. My Instagram will be down below. Make sure to follow me on that. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to be uploading on this channel first, but this is going to be my wrestling channel. This is going to be documenting my in-ring training, my fitness journey, because I've got a lot to go yet before I'm in decent shape enough to even have a ring match. News and interviews. Hopefully going to be interviewing a lot of WWE superstars, or even like Progress, ICW, anyone who I can get my hands on basically. But yeah, if you guys love wrestling, make sure you subscribe, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.